This is day one for my worm compost bin. I just received my worms through the mail and I've put them into their bed. You can't really see them, it's kind of dark, but there's one right there. Zoom in on him. There you go. There's one. There's 1,000 worms in here, supposedly, which is about 1 pound worth of worms. These are red wiggler worms. You can feed them pretty much anything that's left over in your kitchen, as long as it's raw. No meats, no dairy, because you don't want smells in here. They actually eat off of the bacteria, which feeds off of decomposing food. To get them started here, I threw in a stale hot dog bun that I had left over from a party. This is their first day, so you want to make sure that they get plenty of water since they were probably dried out during the shipping process. I threw in one apple over there that I finished eating, just the core and seeds are left. They will not eat seeds, by the way. Any healthy seeds will stay there. So you gotta be careful, because once this starts to decompose completely and get nice compost material in here, those seeds will sprout. So you will have to remove those sprouts if you don't want to grow an apple tree in here or whatever else you put in here. I also buried two banana peels in this pile over here. You really can't see them right now, but I threw some topsoil on top of it. Once these worms go down, because they hate the light, as you may know, most of them are already down. I don't see anything above anymore. Just a few right there, which may be dead worms. A few worms will die during the shipping process. That's okay, as long as I have the majority of them still available and alive. I have one over here that's moving pretty slow. You see him right there moving, digging his way in. He'll take his time. Now, this is a recyclable container, but below that I have a 20-gallon rubberneck tote, or container, whatever it's called. So this is roughly a 2-foot by 1-foot container. If what I read online is correct, I should be able to hold roughly 2,000 worms, or 2 pounds in here. Hopefully within 3 or at max 4 months. I'm being optimistic. This is my first time doing this. But if I do, I'll start a new container. Down here, as you can see, there's 2 of them. I'll put one simply at top of this one, or in the middle rather, I'm sorry. I went ahead and drilled holes up here. These are quarter-inch holes all the way on top, going all the way around, as you can see there, for ventilation. On the bottom of this one as well, I also went ahead and drilled a bunch of 1/8 inch holes to let basically any fluid ooze down towards the bottom, which will be this one down here. And that'll be called compost tea. Some people call it that. I'm not too convinced, but we'll see how that goes. And we'll see how that goes. I'll give you an update. If you're interested, I recommend going to YouTube. There's a guy called the Compost Guy who has a lot of great videos on how to get started. If I'm doing this proper, these 1,000 worms will eat roughly half a pound of food a day. Now, just to give you an idea of how much food that is, if you ever go to Sam's Club and you can buy one of those giant family economy size containers of Nesquik, right there. This right here, I weighed it before several times. I can get roughly 3 pounds worth of scraps in there, and that'll roughly be 1 week worth of food for these worms. So if everything goes according to plan, they will eat one of those containers full of food. Now the good thing is that we're a big family. We are 4 that live in this house, but almost every weekend our house has an additional 7 kids who just love fruits and vegetables. So we can easily get that container full every single week. Sometimes I have roughly 4 of those containers full of fruit and vegetables within a week, especially during the holidays, because everyone comes to our house most of the time at least, and we have huge parties over here. So anything they can't eat will go outside to my compost bin. That's a broken glass thanks to one of the kids. We'll fix it soon. But outside I have my compost bin out there, 2 of them, a big one and a small one, which you can watch my other videos for information on those. Will go out there. So it's been about 10 minutes now since I put these worms in. Most of them are now back inside. There's still a few that are up still, so I'm going to check in an hour or 2. Anything that's still on top, will have to go. That means they're probably dead. Oh, look at that right there. See if I can zoom in. It's a terrible one. There's one worm that managed to climb up and then decided to climb back down. I guess he didn't like the light. You must have forgotten that he hates the light. I'm thinking they're vampires. Let's see. Quick update. There we go. You see that? Right where I put the bread, there's already worms within 10 minutes of me laying that bread down. That worms are starting to eat that already. They were starving. Well, it's January 3rd, 2013. I'll give you an update within a week.